Hello and welcome to your practice today. Thank you for joining me. I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy as we head toward the end of the year. This year, probably for most of us, probably for all of us, has been kind of a roller coaster. A lot of ups and downs, a lot of goods, a lot of bads. And as we come toward the end of the year, I just want to read to you a few verses from the Yoga Sutras pertaining to our asana practice. And it says, asana is a steady and comfortable posture. By lessening the natural tendency for restlessness and by meditating on the infinite, posture is mastered. Thereafter, one is undisturbed by the dualities. And so this year has been a lot of duality. Yeah, a lot of up, a lot of down. A lot of joy, a lot of pain, right? But what we know from the sutras is that we come to our practice with the intention of being undisturbed by those dualities. So a bad practice is just a practice. A good practice is just a practice. We're not being pulled by these forces, by these dualities. So I invite you to keep that in mind today as we move through this 30-minute practice. So get yourself settled in. I'll go sit down on my mat. And once you've found your seat, you can either let the eyes close or you can let the gaze just fall to the earth in front of you. Taking a few deep breaths here. Seeing if the inhale and the exhale can take us about the same amount of energy and effort. Evening out. Big breath in, big breath out. You can let the hands connect, finding a prayer at the heart. We'll breathe in together for one Om, inhaling deeply. The eyes can float open if they're closed. The legs can stretch out long. We'll give them a little shake out, bringing some energy into the legs. And we'll bend the right knee, drawing the knee in toward the chest. Opening up, you can either cradle the leg into the arms or hold on with your hands to the foot and the knee. And just give it a little bit of movement here. Just starting to find some fluidity in the hip joint. Big breath in here, and with an exhale, we'll take that right leg and cross it over the left leg. Taking the right fingertips to the earth behind us, and we'll hug the knee in toward the chest, lifting the crown of the head, growing taller, breathing in. With an exhale, spiraling and gazing back over that right shoulder. Really using the arm to draw the knee in toward the center, breathing in. And with an exhale, we'll let that go. Releasing the leg, and we'll switch sides, drawing the left knee in, opening the leg out, and we'll draw the leg up into the hands or into the arms. Just giving it a little bit of movement here. Whatever feels good. The leg might come higher or lower depending on what your body needs. And then on a breath out, we'll take the left leg over the right leg, finding that cross, sending the left fingertips down and hugging the left leg in toward the chest, rising up through the crown of the head, breathing in. And we'll take a big twist, gazing back over the left shoulder. Breathing in, breathing out. One more big breath in here. And on an exhale, you can let that go. Stretching the legs out, give them a little shake. And we'll crawl to hands and knees. Swinging the legs around, coming to all fours. Right away, tucking the toes, we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Fingerprints pressing down to reach the hips high. If you want to stretch or shift, opening up this downward facing dog, take a moment to do that for yourself. Big inhale. And with an exhale, settling into stillness for a few deep breaths, rooting into the knuckles at the base of the index fingers. On a breath in, the right foot reaches back and up, toes pointing toward the earth. Exhale, knee to the nose, drawing it in, hovering. We'll take that right leg into a figure four, crossing the right ankle over the left knee, maybe walking the hands back a little bit, pressing into the palms, bending the left knee, and sending the hips up and back. So we start to get a little bit of opening the outside of that right hip. One more big breath. Inhaling, knee to the nose, hovering forward. And we step back, downward facing dog. Exhaling. With a breath in, it's plank pose, rolling out long. And we'll melt back to child's pose, knees wide, toes point, hips to the heels. Breathing in and breathing out. Rising back up onto hands and knees, inhaling, tucking the toes, sweeping it back and up, downward facing dog, exhaling. With a breath in, left foot stretches high. Exhale, drawing that knee in toward the nose, rounding the spine. And we'll come to that figure four, crossing left ankle above the right knee. Bending the right knee, maybe the hands walk back a little bit to shorten the stance. Sending the hips up and back and getting a little bit of opening in the outside of that left hip. One more big breath. Inhale, drawing it forward, knee to nose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in here, and with an exhale again, it's child's pose, softening the hips back to the heels. Inhaling, exhaling. On a breath in, rising up onto the fingertips, and give the hands a walk over to the right. So the hands are coming to the front right corner of the mat. With an exhale, let it fold, letting that left hip get really heavy. Feeling a big stretch through the left side of the body. And we'll come back up onto the fingertips, walking the hands through center, all the way to the front left corner of the mat. And with an exhale, letting the body get soft, melting toward the earth. Right sitting bone reaching back toward the right heel. Coming back through center, rising up onto the fingertips, walking the hands forward. And this time we'll bring the hands back by the feet, curling into a little seed shape, rounding the spine. On a breath in, rolling up to sit on the knees, arms sweeping to the sky. And we'll extend that child's pose, stretching the arms forward, forehead kisses the earth. We'll come forward into a tucked-toed, upward-facing dog. So tucking the toes, reaching the heart forward through the upper arm bones. Pressing into the palms, the fingers, hips reaching up and back, downward-facing dog. Right foot slides forward between the hands, lowering the back knee, releasing the toes with a breath in, sweeping the arms up to the sky for a low crescent lunge. Breathing in and breathing out. Hands to the earth, extending the back leg. Walking the hands to the left, turning to face the side of the mat. Coming up onto the fingertips, lengthening the spine, big breath in. And on an exhale, hands melting to the mat, head releasing off of the neck. For our straddle forward fold. One more big breath here. On an inhale, fingertips rooting down, spine lengthening, heels in, toes out. The left knee bends and we sink the hips over toward that left heel. Flexing the right foot, pointing it up to the sky. We're heading toward that right foot, crawling to the top of the mat. Stepping the left foot forward, lengthening the spine, breathing in. Folding over the legs, breathing out. If you need to soften the knees, feel free to soften the knees. Big breath in here. Exhale, let the knees bend even more, rolling all the way up to stand. Pressing into the 2 feet, arms to the sky, big breath in. Hands to the heart, breathing out. Stretch it high, Urdhva. Folding all the way over, exhaling. Right foot steps to the back of the mat, lowering the knee, releasing those toes, sweeping the arms to the sky. Low crescent lunge. Rooting into the left big toe, creating space, breathing in. Hands to the earth, extending the right leg long. We turn the toes to the right side of the mat. Right away, rising up onto the fingertips, heels turning in, toes turning out, bending the right knee, sinking the hips toward the right heel, left toes flexing toward the sky. We're going toward that left foot, crawling it all the way to the top of the mat. Stepping back, downward facing dog, exhaling. We come back to that tuck-toed up dog, reaching the hips through, heart forward. Knees to the mat, pointing the toes. Send the arms back for that little seed shape. Do that one more time, a little faster. Arms reaching high, breath in. Extend that child's pose out long. Exhale. Tuck-toed child pose, tuck-toed up dog, breath in. Down dog, breath out. Left foot steps forward, lowering the knee, releasing the toes, arms to the sky, breath in. This time as the hands come down, right foot steps forward, lifting halfway up, breath in. Melting over the legs, breath out. Sweeping the arms high this time for a prayer. Hands find the heart, exhale. Send it back up, breathing in. Folding, Uttanasana, exhale. Left foot steps back, lowering the knee, releasing the toes, arms to the sky, breath in. Hands to the earth, stepping it back, downward facing dog. Tuck-toed up dog, reaching the hips forward, heart forward. Seed pose, knees to the mat, toes point, swing the arms back. Rising up onto the knees, arms to the sky, breath in. Extended child's pose, reach it out, breath out. Tuck-toed up dog, reach it forward, breathing in. Downward facing dog, exhale. We'll stay here, big breath in. Right foot comes forward, knee to the nose, exhale. Find that figure 4, right ankle crossed over the left knee. Draw it back forward, knee to nose. Slide the right foot under the left arm, spinning the left heel down, left arm to the sky. Starfish shape. Top hand to the mat. We're shifting into a side plank. Right foot on top of the left foot. Right arm to the sky. Feel free to lower the left knee for a supported side plank. Wherever you are, right foot steps to the top of the mat for a low lunge. Spinning the back heel down, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2 pose. Reaching up and around. Big breath in. Big breath out. Flipping the palms for peaceful warrior, tipping the right arm high. We shift to side angle, right elbow to the thigh, left arm stretching long over the ear. Heart spiraling up past the left armpit. Left arm past the face, turning to face the side of the mat. Heels in, toes out, bending the left knee, flexing the right toes up to the sky. Look toward that right foot, crawl it to the top of the mat, low lunge. Back foot forward, halfway lift, inhale. Folding, exhaling. Arms stretch to the sky, breath in. Hands connect to the heart, breath out. We have a tree pose, right leg lifts. Rotating out and placing the sole of the foot into the inner thigh. Hands connecting to the heart. Feeling those two sides of the body moving together, right and left. Sun and moon. Feel free to stay here or stretch those arms up toward the sky. One more big breath in. On an exhale, hands to the heart, paralleling the right leg, Tadasana, exhaling. Sweep it high, breath in. Forward fold, breath out. Lengthening the spine, breathing in. Planting the palms, downward facing dog, stepping back, exhale. Stay here or come forward to that up dog with the toes tucked, breathing in. And we'll all meet back in that little seed pose. Hands back by the heels. Rising onto the knees, arms to the sky. Extended child's pose, sending the arms forward. Tuck-toed child's pose, tuck-toed up dog, breathing in. Down dog, exhaling. Stay here for a big breath in. Left knee in toward the nose, exhale. Find that figure four, left ankle above the right knee, sending the hips high. Drawing the knee forward into the nose, sliding the left leg under the right arm for that starfish. Right heel down, right arm to the sky. Right hand to the earth, flipping it around for side plank, Vashisthasana. Left arm to the sky, maybe right knee to the earth for a little extra support. Stepping the left foot to the top of the mat, back heel down, warrior two, up and around. Rooting into the back big toe, feeling that inner thigh engaging. Flipping the palms for peaceful, left arm sweeps high. Extended side angle, elbow to the thigh, sweeping the right arm long. Reaching through the right side of the body, breath in. Exhale, right hand to the mat, turning to the right, spinning heels in, toes out, right knee bends, left toes point to the sky. Crawling to the top of the mat, low lunge, back foot steps forward, halfway lift. Melting forward, exhaling. Arms high, breath in. Hands find the heart, breath out. We have our tree pose on the second side, left leg lifts. Placing the foot into the inner thigh, hands connecting at the heart. As the hands move inward, feel the left foot and right thigh moving in toward each other, and feel free to stay here or to send those arms to the sky. Breathing in, breathing out. Hands connect at the heart. Turning parallel, we step into Tadasana. Sweeping the arms high, breath in. Folding forward, breathing out. Lengthening the spine, breathing in. Soft knees, hands to the mat, downward facing dog. Stay here or rolling to that tuck-toed up dog. And we all meet back into that little seed pose. Hands to the heels. Staying here, big breath in, big breath out. Rising to the knees, arms high, breath in. Extend that child's pose out, breath out. Tuck-toed up dog, shifting forward, breath in. Down dog, back of the ribs lift high. Inhaling here. Exhale, right foot steps forward. Staying on the back toes, arms reaching to the sky. High lunge. Breathing in. Breathing out. Shifting the arms back, shifting the weight onto the right foot. Virabhadrasana 3. Let it fly. Reaching back through those fingertips, forward through the crown of the head. Arms to the sky, knee to the chest, breathing in. Hands find the left knee, drawing the knee in toward the chest. And feel free to stay here or to peace sign, wrap around the left big toe. Right arm to the sky. And if it's accessible for you, maybe sending the left leg long. Big inhale here. Exhale, starting to soften that left knee. Big step back to a high lunge. Left toes to the earth, arms to the sky. Breathing in. Hands find the heart. And we twist to the right, left elbow over the right thigh, spiraling the heart up into the thumbs. Feel free to bring that back knee down for more support. On an exhale, hands frame the right foot, down dog, exhaling. Breath in, tuck-toed up dog, reaching the heart forward. Seed pose, softening back, hands to the heels. Breathing in, breathing out. Rolling up onto the knees, arms to the sky, breath in. Extending that child's pose, breath out. Tuck-toed up dog, shift it forward, breathing in. Hips lift, down dog, exhale. Staying here for a breath in. With an exhale, left foot between the hands, sweeping the arms to the sky, high lunge. Big inhale. Feel free to soften that back knee, create a little more space. Shifting the arms back, heart forward, taking off, warrior 3 pose. Feeling light under the heart, light under the right leg. Arms to the sky, rising up to stand, breathing in. And then catching that knee, let the knee draw up and in toward the chest. Stay holding on to the knee, or peace sign wraps around the right big toe. Left arm can sweep high, and maybe the right leg extends. Uttita Hasta Padangustasana. Hand to big toe pose. One more big inhale. If the leg is extended, starting to soften that right knee. Toes to the earth, high lunge, stretching it up. Big breath in. Hands to the heart, and take that twist to the left. Right elbow sliding over the thigh. Big spiral up, right ribs drawing up into the left ribs. Breathing in. Hands frame the left foot, down dog, exhaling. Tuck-toed up dog, shifting forward, breath in. Seed pose, soften it back, breath out. Inhaling, exhaling. Rolling up onto the knees. This time we'll come all the way up onto the shins. If the knees are sensitive, you can take a blanket under the knees, or you can roll back the top of the mat so you have a little bit of extra padding there. Tucking the toes underneath, hands to the back of the pelvis, shoulder blades drawing in, sending the sacrum forward, pubic bone forward, chest lifts. You can stay here, or the hands can soften back to the heels for a camel pose. Wherever you are, make sure you can breathe. hands lower, the hands can come back to the pelvis, rising up. Inhale, tucking the toes, and we take a seat on the heels. Exhaling, breathing in, letting the spine come to neutral. Breathing out. We'll let the hips come down to the earth. If you have padding under your knees, you can move it out of the way. Rolling down onto our backs. Once we're on our backs, let the feet step onto the mat. Take the feet wide. So the feet are about as wide as the mat. Knees knocking in toward one another. And you can give yourself a big hug, wrapping the arms around the chest. Feeling the back of the body getting heavy. Feet can walk back in toward one another. Drawing the knees up in toward the chest. Give it a little squeeze. And the legs can float to the sky, breathing in. On an exhale, right ankle crosses above the left knee. Finding that figure 4. Reaching through to find the back of the left thigh. Letting that left knee bend. And we'll draw the whole shape in toward the chest. See if you can find some softness in the shoulders. So both shoulder blades are heavy on the earth. With a breath in, both legs floating back up to the sky. You can shake it out a little bit. And then switching sides, left ankle crossing above the right knee. Catching the back of the right thigh and drawing the shape in toward the chest. If you feel like you need a little bit more opening in that outer left hip, you could even use your left elbow to gently guide the thigh outward. Releasing the legs, hugging the 2 knees in. Bring the forehead up toward the knees. Give everything a big squeeze, big inhale. And with an exhale, we'll let it go. Savasana, releasing onto the mat. You're welcome to stay in Savasana and rest for as long as you need, as long as you have time for. And otherwise, we'll meet sitting, so you can take your time to step the feet onto the floor, to roll over onto one side, to come to sit, bringing the hands to a prayer, right side meeting left side, connecting at the center. Good practice is just a practice. Bad practice is just a practice. good day is just a day. A bad day is just a day. Undisturbed by the dualities. Breathing in for Om. Thank you so much for your practice. Namaste.